So hello all, good evening to everyone. What we will do, we will first revise whatever we have done in our last class. Okay, so um, what is SDLC? Can someone tell what is SDLC? And what all the steps we have involved in SDLC? Yes. Yes, Pallavi.
SDLC is a software development life cycle. It includes requirement analysis, defining and requirement analysis, defining, then designing, coding, then testing, deployment, and maintenance.
Correct.
We have
Correct.
several kind of SDLC models, like waterfall model, spiral model, and V model.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Very good, Pallavi. Now someone else, what is verification and validation? What is the difference between a verification and validation? Anyone want to answer this?
Verification
Yes,
is nothing but the process of process which we do before testing or during the process of the testing, and validation is in the process of testing.
Okay, this is pretty good, but anyone else has any better definition for verification and validation? Yes.
Basically, verification is a process to determine if the software is designed and developed as per the client requirement. And validation is the process of checking if the software is meet the client requirement or need.
Okay. In both the cases, we check that whether we are meeting the client requirement or not. In
Yeah.
verification also and in validation also. But basic difference which I am seeking for is
the validation. Yeah, verification is a static verification, like a checking the documentation and all. And everything is available in the like all the requirements and everything is there in the requirement. We check that one in the verification, but in the validation it is more it is a dynamic thing, because it includes the coding part. And the the developer checks, or the developer tester and the all the upper peer people, they all check this thing, like the software is working perfectly fine or not, according to the coding wise.
Correct. So verification is a static process and validation is a dynamic process. Correct. So this is the main difference. In both the cases, we check that whether we are meeting the client requirement or not, whether we are doing the things correctly or not. But the thing is, it is a static process in which there are documents involved, like review documents or overview documents, preparation of the documents. All those things are in a document form when we are doing the process. But validation, we actually do dynamic validation. Dynamically, we'll run the code, then we validate that our actual and the expected should match as per the requirements. Okay. Clear everyone about the verification and validation? Everyone. I mean, I want everyone to participate, and I just wanted to know that in the first 15 minutes from whenever we join, so 15 minutes we'll give whatever we have learned in the last class, then we'll start our next class point. So what all we have learned. Okay, what is the spiral model and how it is different from waterfall model? Can someone answer apart from Pallavi? Pallavi is having given two answers. So yes, anyone else? The question is, what is the specialty about the spiral model and how it is different from the waterfall model. Yes.
In spiral model, we can test iteratingly.
Mhm. Spiral model, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And
And we have a special feature in the spiral model.
hmm, very good. At least you tried. And
Is
anyone else?
spiral model used for big project and waterfall model is used
Hmm.
for small project.
Good, Tripti. This is good point. Valid point.
And spiral model have risk taking project.
Very good.
And
Risk analysis.
versions are coming. Second version, third version, fourth version, like that.
Correct. Very good.
And
Anyone else has any other? Yes, Tripti. You're saying something?
yeah, waterfall model goes only one direction, not coming back direction.
Very good. This is also valid point. Correct. So very good, Tripti. So Tripti has covered all the points. Very good. Okay. Anyone, I have given the assignment of principles of testing. So anyone has gone through what is principles of testing? After that, we will do the test cases creation, whoever has done the test case creation. So principles of testing, anyone has done?
Yeah, the detection of bugs,
Very good.
the effectiveness testing.
Yeah, but you have to explain that what is detection
Okay.
works. Hmm.
Yeah, detection of bugs means because the tester has the responsibility to find the bug and defects. And
Correct.
first,
Mhm.
before proceed to this thing, we need to write the test cases, and after that we can find the bug or defects in the projects.
Mm. Very good. Very good,
And
Dinesh. Next.
effectiveness
Mhm.
testing is not possible for testing. And
Mhm.
early testing, all testing activities should start at the early stage of the SDLC requirement analysis to identify the defects, and we find the bugs at the earlier stage.
Very good. Mhm.
And the defect in clusters, there are a complex parts. We can focus only the that area. It is difficult to understand and difficult to do,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
we can find more details on that area. So that's
Correct.
called a defect in the cluster.
This is very important interview question, guys. So be careful. Like defect clustering is when we have a complex area, when we have a, for example, in credit card, what is the complex area when you are buying something from your credit card? Can someone tell what is the complex area?
Payment.
Payment, right? So this is just an example. There are in different projects there are different complex areas, so you have to concentrate, or you have to find you may get more defects on those areas, so you have to give uh, more concentration on those areas to find more defects. So that is called as defect clustering, where you find lot many defects in the same area. So that you have to test properly. Good. Good, Dimpish.
And
Yes, next.
yeah,
Mhm. Next point.
yeah,
Text.
testing in context dependent.
Yes.
Uh, uh, I didn't get the proper answer, but once the application is completed, tested, and there are no bugs identified before the release,
Mm.
and
Correct.
error-free testing in myth. So you are ready to see your project, whatever functionality or area of the application have tested. It is not given the bug or detects whatever you have tested, but some area or functionality error is still there, so you are not 100% sure. That's called error-free testing in a myth.
Correct. Correct. Anyone has any other points?
Cost reduction.
Yes. Sorry, can you come again, Priya?
Cost reduction. Testing helps in the cost reduction of the project.
Cost reduction. Yes, correct. So that is also principle of testing. Yes. Yes. Anyone else has any other point? Ramya, Rasna.
Yeah, in pest,
Yeah.
we have one more principle. Maybe I didn't hear if
Yeah,
he has
you
covered
can
this.
tell again, no problem.
Yeah, so regarding pesticide paradox, so
Yes.
yeah, so where the we should not always keep on testing the same, repeatedly testing the same test case,
Correct.
because we won't find bugs later stages, we won't be able to find defects, so we have to keep updating our test cases.
Good point.
Yeah, that is one point.
Yeah, yeah, best. This is also one valid point. Good, Ramya. That means you have studied.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Anyone else has any other point? Okay, then we'll move to the next assignment, which is test cases. So, yes, anyone would like to show me their test cases by sharing the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead one by one. I want to see everyone's test cases.
Should I go first or somebody else is going right now?
Okay, Pallavi, you go first. Then who was next? Priya, right? Priya
Yes.
will go.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll go next.
Okay,
Okay.
let me share this. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
You have
did
not
this
sent
one.
it to me, no? I think.
Yeah, I shared this, like I have shared the Google spreadsheet actually. So
Okay.
how do I send it to you? Like in which mail ID? I have this Chavi 3005 @gmail.com. So I
Yes.
shared it with you.
Okay, okay, good, good. Yeah, in that email ID only. You can share or we can WhatsApp. That's it. Okay. So
Oh,
good.
I was supposed to WhatsApp you?
No, anything is fine. Anything is fine. Yeah, I remember
Okay.
I thought that's why I asked that. I've seen it. Okay, creating
Okay.
your account, test case ID, precondition, test case description. Okay, check. Can you read it for me? It's
Sure.
small. Yes.
Check if we, I'm not sure if the test case description is correct or not,
Yeah,
but I wrote this thing.
okay.
Check if we enter valid name, use a new phone number, valid password, re-enter password, click on continue or verify mobile number or verify email.
Okay. So the
It will
description,
yeah.
wait. So the test case description should be valid for that particular test case. Okay. So
Okay.
if you are checking in your test case, like enter, what is your what is your motive of testing this test case? Okay. So that only you have to write, like entering a valid name and a new phone number. That's it. So only this much is enough for this test case description. Okay.
Oh, so I do not have to write everything
All
again
those
and
things.
again.
No. And
Okay.
every description should be different. It should not be same as you have written all the description same. It should be
No,
specific to
it's
the
not
test case.
same actually. It is like here I'm entering all the data correctly. But
Okay.
in this one, uh, something is different if we enter. Okay, here I was entering phone number. Here
Okay.
in this one, the second one, I was entering email address because we can enter
Okay.
either phone number or email address. In the
Okay.
third
So,
one, I
yeah, in the
put this
description,
wrong password, re-enter
yeah.
wrong password. This is the difference. But I wrote everything over here.
Yeah,
Uh,
no need to write everything in the description. Okay,
okay, so, okay.
just whatever you are checking, like you are if you are entering a password, So you write that you are re-entering the password or something like that. Don't write
Ah,
this big
that is
description.
why I was a little bit confused. Should I make it in bold or what I'm changing? So what should I have to do exactly? So
Or
the
it should be like a verify that I mean, whatever is your motive to test this test case, like verify that this is a valid, verify the happy path, or verify that everything is entered properly or not, all the fields are entered properly or not. That
okay.
description should be very short, not this much long. Okay.
Okay, got it. And in the test steps, do I have to do
Yeah.
everything this
Test
thing?
steps you have to do everything. Yes. Test
Okay.
steps, yeah. Test step first thing should be, okay, you have written in precondition, right? Valid URL. Fine.
Yes, we were supposed to get a
Precondition you have
valid.
written. If you have not written precondition, then you have to write the URL name, correct? So when
In every step.
no, now it is not required because you have written in precondition. But if you have not written in precondition, I saw one test cases where they have not written precondition and they have not written that login to the Amazon site also. Okay, so there, there you have to write something. You have to write either precondition or in the test steps you have to write your URL. Okay, so correct.
Okay.
This is right. Enter
So
valid user. Enter valid name using only
only
string.
strings.
Okay. Enter no string name. Uma, can you go on mute, please? Enter suitable password. No,
Yeah,
suitable is not
or
a
valid.
no. Yeah, valid, correct.
Okay, so I was
Valid
supposed to
name.
write valid only.
Yeah.
Got it.
Re-enter password. Okay, because you are creating for the first time. That's why.
Yes. Yes. It's a creating Amazon
Mhm.
account page I have
Okay.
checked for.
Mm-hmm.
And here the data, I put all the data. And
Correct.
then it was supposed to go to this page, verify, like first time I'm entering this phone number. So it was supposed to go verify mobile number page and ask for the OTP. It was asking. So I wrote this actual result is also matching.
And there should be
Because it is a
expected result should also be there. Oh yeah, expected
yes,
and correct.
and the
Correct.
post condition was not there, so I did not put any.
Yeah.
Because after this, it wasn't going anywhere else. So I wrote this one also, like it's a positive one because I'm putting all the data correctly over here. And then this one, the email is different. Like here I was entering with the phone number, but in this one, the second one, I was entering with the email address. So this one is also positive one. So in the third one, I was entering wrong re-enter password. The confirm password is there. So I was entering the wrong one. So instead of P. Agarwal, I was putting Pallavi. So it said the password should match. And it's a negative one. Okay.
Correct.
And the other one also, here I was putting the what I did. Yeah, I left the field
Yes,
empty.
blank. Okay,
And,
blank. Okay.
name field empty. So, and here, how do I need to write this? Enter nothing in the name, leave it
No.
blank. I was not.
Enter no. Leave the first name as blank. Enter nothing means like it is not a. I mean.
So I was not supposed to write.
Correct. Yeah. Leave blank the name field is blank, like that. Name field is blank. Email is blank, like that.
Okay, got it. So I was
Valid
writing
password.
this enter
Enter
nothing in
valid.
name, leave it blank. I wrote both the things because I wasn't sure like what should I need to write over here. So it is also a negative one because I'm for keeping the name empty and keeping the name text box empty. And in this one, I was keeping the phone or email ID empty. So it is also a negative testing. It is working because it is showing the alert messages. This one is the fifth one. So sixth one says the same thing, the wrong email ID. Okay, so these all things have like different things I have done. Like here, yeah, the name enter the phone number of email address. I did not put any phone number or either any email address. I wrote only Neha. It's not a phone, neither an email, so it is also a invalid one. Okay, so it goes like that only. Most of the test cases were the negative test cases because we have to check those things. When I have changed this data with the phone, like instead of putting the phone number or email, I put only 45. So it was also showing the different text alert message.
Okay. Here you are expected. This is your expected and actual, right?
Yes, it was supposed to show this message, alert message that the phone number is wrong, because I entered only numbers over here. But here I put some this alphabets, so it was considering it as a phone number. Sorry, email ID. So it wasn't sure like what it is. In the yeah, I was a little bit confused in one thing. Let me show you that. If okay, redirect to the verify account email already use. Okay, I checked with the existing one also, like if the email ID is exist, like if I put the existing email ID and existing phone number, it wasn't let me create any account. And
accounts. It's a good.
yeah.
These are all good test cases, good use cases, which you have converted into test cases. That's good.
Yeah, but I was confused in one thing. Let me tell you. Here in this, the 10th one is also the same. Like I did not put the re-enter password. Here I put the same password, but the password was invalid in the 11th one. The instead of putting the 6 numbers, I put only 3. So it is a invalid. But in this one, it was valid in the 12th one.
Correct.
Okay, and the 13th is also something like that itself.
See, in the description, it should be like the way like you immediately understood that what is this test case is all about. Okay.
Okay.
So description should be very crisp and clear, and as you write like validate this thing. That's it. It should be very short so that when you are reading your test cases, you should not get confused, and it will give you the short description that what this test case is gonna do. Okay. Steps should be steps should be very descriptive, but description should be very short.
Got it. I'll change the description and send it to you later. Yeah. The thing is, I was confused in this one actually. The 17th one, when it was creating the account properly. Here in this one, the post condition was the account was created successfully. Okay, but here it has to go with these several pages. Like first I have to enter the correct data. Like I enter the name, email address, password, confirm password, everything, and entered. Then then click on the verify email page, email button. Then it went to the different page, email page. It went and it was asking for the OTP, and I entered this OTP. So do I have to mention everything in one step? How does it go exactly?
Enter the OTP, you should not write the OTP because every time it changes, right? So you cannot enter the same OTP. So enter valid OTP, that's it. That is enough. You don't write the OTP number. That is one thing. Next thing is everything should come in the test steps, which is correct. We have written it correctly.
even though it is going to the different page, the you can check the sorry,
Yeah.
I put the 7 and 6 is sorry,
Okay, no problem.
it's jumbled up. Sorry, the 7th one I wrote, right? Redirect to the verify email page and ask for the
Yeah.
OTP. Yeah. So this one, it is correct or not?
Yes,
Just
it
want
is
to know
correct. It's correct. If it is 5 pages also, and it is coming in the same test case, you have to write it down in the step test.
Okay, so it is
Yeah.
redirecting through the 5 pages. So
Yeah,
I
you
have
just
to
write
write
it that.
every 5 pages detail over
Yeah.
here itself.
Yes, yes. You
Oh,
can just tell that it is redirecting to this particular page. Then it is redirecting to this particular page. You are doing like this. You are just writing the test steps. It's not like you cannot go to that another page or something like that. You
okay.
can.
And I have another question. Like here, I had just have to enter one OTP, and then it is good to go. I can create the. I will be done with the account creation. But if in the second page I have to put several details, and in
Again,
the
you can go
other
to
page.
steps. Next step, 8, 9, 10.
Okay,
Like
so okay, got it. This is all I want actually, and the rest of the things you can check. And it is also jumbled up. So do I need to do anything for that also? Like here I was checking, like if I enter only phone number, so it was supposed to show along with the text box, it was supposed to show the country code drop down list also. So like I can like I can write it anywhere, like I put it in the 19th one. Should I put in the 19th or the first I have to do this test case?
19th, you mean to say 19th test case?
I wrote this in the 19th as a 19th test case.
Yeah,
Yes,
that is fine. That is
that
fine.
is fine.
So,
It is not
yeah.
like I have to put it in the first 2 steps. It is not necessary, right?
No, whatever is comfortable you, whatever you have check the requirements properly, then it is fine. Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
actually depends on the requirements that you get.
Requirements, how the requirements are.
Yeah.
So
So it's
the
it's not
test.
that like it's not that you have to do it in one day. It's like you get limited requirements for the first day. So you just have to write test cases for that requirement, not for the entire thing. Like for example, you get requirements for login page. So you just have to write the test case for the logo, the username, the password, and sign up page. That's it for the first day. And the next day you will get like the test. When you pass those test cases, you will write test cases on the next page. When you sign up, after that you have name, what is your full name, what is age, all that stuff. So it's not that you have to do it in one day. You get requirements, specific requirements for specific days, and specific requirements for a week. It's like that. It's not that you have to go just start doing it like the entire thing and end it up in one day. No.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Good, Pallavi. Okay.
Thank you, Pallavi. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone has any other doubt in whatever Pallavi has shown us? You have any doubt that what are positive test cases, what are negative test cases? Okay. Here everything is pass. Okay. When it will get failed? Anyone want to tell when it will fail? What will happen? The actual result?
I will tell you, like when the test case has failed, we have to raise a bug, and we have to post it in the same thing, same test case, and the bug will be posted to the development team. It will be assigned to the development team. Once a development team takes it and opens it, the test case will be open. Like the bug will be open.
Correct. That also we will learn. Like what is how to what is the life cycle of the bug and what all those things. Yeah,
And
correct.
all our capability will be calculated regarding how many bugs we created during
That's
the
true. That's true. The capability of a tester is judged based on the how many defects you have raised. Correct.
Okay, like these test cases will be developed in the Excel sheet only, or do we have any tools for it?
It's a
Yeah.
Jira. Jira is
Yeah,
the tool
Jira.
we are
Yeah,
learning.
depends on your project actually. Like if they wanted you to, basically first it will be created in the Excel sheet only, then it will move to Jira. Okay. So
Okay.
all the manual test cases writing is done in Excel only. Then they upload those test cases in Jira or QC, or there are so many tools, MQ, ALM. So it all
Okay.
depends on your project to project, which tool they are using to upload your test cases. But basically,
Okay.
manual test cases are created in Excel sheet only.
Okay, so once these test cases will upload in Jira, and then just like after that, we do not have to write any stories, or do we have to write if we change that status, it fails, or it will go to when it goes to the developer. Yep. So at that time, do we have to write the whole story, or they will read the test case only and they will get to know what is the defect in the software?
No, can I answer that, Shavi?
Yeah, sure. Go
So,
ahead, Palak.
for example, you are testing Facebook page. Okay.
Sure.
First,
Okay.
you get requirements for the first page of Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
like logo, then login, sign up, whatever it is. The first page, just imagine the first page, the picture itself, the sign up button, the name, the email ID, all that stuff. So when you write the test cases for that particular page, for only that particular page, you will copy all these test cases. You will test on Facebook. For example, you will open the Facebook and you will open your test cases, and then you will start testing manually. Like you will write the email ID. The email ID should be of this character, and this password should be number, alpha, numeric, then alphabet, capital and small both. So you will check all these cases, and then you will upload it in Jira step by step.
Upload in Jira step by step. What does it mean? Like we'll get something,
like for example,
right? Upload the Excel or something like that, right? We'll get something like that, right?
You have your test cases on Excel right now, right?
Yes.
So then you will start testing on Facebook. You will open the Facebook, and the first test case you've written, that the URL is valid. Okay. So you will write on Jira, you will open Zypher, and then you will write your first test case, that this is my first test case, and it is true or false.
Okay.
For that, you will have to look in Jira first. Like when you download Jira, you will see that you have to put individually, okay, this failed. If it failed, why it failed, and it will go back to the developer that this is the bug, and this you have to correct. And then the developer will send it back to you, correct it, and send it back to you, and then you have to test it again.
Yeah, actually, I have worked on Jira, but I did not upload any kind of test cases. I used to write the test. I mean, I used to write the story. Where did I find this bug? So I used to write every time. I have to write the bug, and I have to submit it to the developer. Like the assigned developer, I have to assign it to the developer. Then there we used to get like several phases. It is assigned to this developer. It's a new bug.
Priority and
priority. We have to mention everything. We have to do that. But we were not having any kind of test cases. I was just doing the testing, and I used to write the thing. Where did I find the bug? That's all. And they have this big text box thingy, right, where we have to write the whole story. Like first we need to click this, then this, then this.
But that is after when you submit the bug, right? Like for example, you are submitting a bug. So before that, you have to write like test case 1, test case 2, like that.
Okay, got it.
Small thing, that is I just want to add some few points. That is why, because your project is so big, some other team is writing those test cases in the Jira and sending you. If your project is small enough, like you have to write your own test cases, and you have to execute it, and you have to update it. Maybe your project is little big, the team some other team is writing those test cases for you and allocating to you.
No, actually, I was not. I wasn't getting any kind of test cases. I was just checking the what they used to assign me. Right, I used to check those things, and I have to write the story kind of thing. Like, first I have clicked this there, and then click that one. Then I found this bug, and I put this
Maybe
data.
that's
That is the
different companies have different
yes.
scenarios to follow.
That
So
is the
maybe
thing,
that's why.
actually. They never asked me to write the test cases or something. They are only asked me to find the bugs, and I have to notify those bugs to the developer.
But to find those bugs, you followed some test cases, right? Like, like for
no,
example, if
actually.
you're testing any page, like Amazon page. So for testing that anything, you have to follow something, right? Test cases or
Yeah,
test
that I used to write in the notebook, actually, not any kind of test case. I do not have, I wasn't preparing any kind of this Excel sheet or anything, and I do not upload anything on the Jira. I just have to write the stories, like where did I click and where did I find this bug.
It is depend on your project. See, again, it is depending on your project. Some projects, see, I have worked in different projects. So some project, they want proper uploading of test cases. Some people want just copy paste your test cases as it is in the description, and then they are fine. And some people, they don't want to write the test cases. So that all depends on the project to project. Okay, so I'll also show you my board also when we are done with the test cases. So previous project, I used to use a X-ray tool. Okay, it is in Jira, to upload my test cases. What will happen in that case? That test case, you cannot edit it. Okay, once you have uploaded it in the X-ray with the help of an X-ray tool, when you uploaded it in the Jira, you cannot edit your test cases, and you have to, like, it is like a it is verified by the client, and then you don't have to change your test cases after that. Okay. And now in my current project, I've just copy paste my test cases, and if you want, you can change it also, because it's just a description. So they don't want to upload it in the with the help of X-ray tool. Okay. So now I can change my test cases as per the requirement changes. So because in this project, it is a frequent change of the requirement. Okay. Because it's a new project. Okay, in Pallavi's project, as she said that only they wanted to check the defects, not bothered about the test cases. They have the requirement proper, and they don't want to like invest time on writing the test case, right, Pallavi?
Yes, that is what
because they are
that's what
done
was
with
happening,
all the
actually.
requirements. Yeah, because they are done with all the requirement, and they are very clear about the requirements, so they don't want to spend time on test case preparation. Okay, so that, again, it all depends on project to project. There is no perfect answer that this should be the process. No, every project, every client has their own mind and has their own way of going through the process. Okay. Clear, everyone? So Priya, would you like to share your test cases?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I actually, I did not write this much detail. I just want to show mine.
Sure.
You can see mine, right? Yeah.
I cannot see your screen.
I cannot see yours either. Sorry.
Share it, like there's a green button now, and that
Yeah.
there you have to share your
Share
screen.
the screen. Is there anything I will get after sharing?
You have to select the desktop page or something, like which
whatever
screen do you
you're
want
sharing.
to, which screen do you want to share?
Okay.
Then you have to select that screen and share it.
Yeah, I got it now. After sharing, it's asking some box. Anyone with the link with edit?
Sure, actually.
I'm able to share, but okay. I have selected a share screen in the Zoom meeting. After that, I'm not able to do anything.
Just select it of whatever you want to share, like your Excel sheet or something. Select it and then click on share.
Okay.
Someone else has shared with me. Dimpesh has just shared. Dimpesh, you have written only one line in the test case, only one test case, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see now?
Yes, Priya.
Yes, we can see
Now,
that
now
now.
we can see.
Have taken a simple hotel booking form. I have taken a photo.
Where is the site name? Where is the
Uh,
site?
it's common for anything. We can take.
Yeah.
I did not.
Some URL should be there, no? Like she has mentioned Amazon, Amazon.com. There should be some valid URL. Which site you are testing or something like that. Hotel booking form is fine, but you are where you will enter
I
from
checked so many online forms. In any form is like same form, like from and to dates to be selected, and also the room and the guest and guest. What is the number of guest fields and the children and the submit button. It's like when you book a hotel in Oyo, it's the same form, or any hotel form has same fields. Where I have taken from date and to date. I have a one is a valid date given, like if it is a current input, test input is valid date, expected result is accepting the value, and actual result is accepted.
Okay, first point I got it, but second actual result is error. How you okay, error to display or this is error. Okay.
Yeah.
But if it is same, like expected is in line number, like second point, it is error to display and actual is also error. Then how it is failed? Second point, how it is failed?
Okay, I actually
both are same, no? Yeah, both are same.
This is
error and it is giving error, then
here I
not giving error, like that you have to tell. Not accepted. It is not giving error or like something like that. Error is not display. Error not displayed. Yeah. Then only it is failed.
Yeah, there I did not.
When expected and actually same, then the result should always be pass. Okay.
Yeah. And here I have this invalid field again. Can be so many things, like we can change the date as well as year or any which is not proper invalid thing. Here if we can go for invalid things, we can mention as many things as possible, but I just mentioned only invalid thing. And same as from to, what is the from date to date. I just given one example for test input, expected result, and actual results. And I'm sorry, I did not take a perfect thing.
Yeah. You need to work on this. So the only, the first thing I'm not getting is it should have a URL. Whenever you are doing your testing, whenever you are writing some test cases, it should start with your URL. Okay. I think Rasna has sent me. Rasna, you have sent, no? So you got to know Priya, you got to know that what all defects you have done in your what all mistakes you have done in your test cases. So please rewrite your test cases and then we will check it. Okay.
Shall I share, Chavi, my screen?
Yeah, first Priya, you got my point. What all mistakes you have done?
Yes, Chavi.
Okay, so update those test cases according to the like Pallavi has done little fair job. Like description, it should be very short and
Test steps to be more detailed.
more
Yeah.
detailed. Yeah. Test cases.
I will
test
correct it
cases.
and share it
Yeah.
with you again.
Okay, I will update it and I'll send to you, and I'll also add someone link, hotel link. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
I'll
that
I'll,
you can-
I'll add the link. And actually, I'm not so clear about this. So
yeah, now you
I
are clear, Priya?
yes, as a vague, I written according to my thought
Correct.
process. Yeah.
Good. At least you tried, Priya, so that is good. Okay.
And as I remember, there should be a, if it is something failed, we should file a bug.
Bug, yeah.
That's
About the bug, we will be discussing about the bug related things. So we have not yet done about the bugs. So bug in detail we will discuss. So I'm not touching the bug. Why? Because I wanted to tell you in detail that what is the bug life cycle, why we created, and how it is linked to the test cases. All those things we will discuss. Okay?
yes, that's the biggest topic which we need to.
Yes, that should be covered separately. Yeah.
Yes.
So can you stop sharing?
Yes.
And yeah, good. At least Priya have tried. Okay, Rasna, can you share your screen and show your test cases?
Yes, sir.
So this is the last person we are checking. Then we will move to the topics we have covered today.
And Chavi, we have to share these test
Yes.
cases to the same mail ID, right?
Yes.
Chavi3005 at G. Yeah.
I'll share my email ID here in the chat. Okay.
Okay.
And one thing I understand this theoretical knowledge, but never tried practical knowledge. This test.
Okay.
Sorry,
First
can you
time.
come again, Tripti? Tripti, can you come again?
Actually, theory part I understand. Practical I never done.
Yeah, this is only practical, no? Writing the test cases. This is the practical part when you are doing the manual testing. Okay, we have
Okay.
not yet started our automation. Okay.
Oh, actually
Yeah.
never wrote this test cases. First
Test
time I'm
cases.
learning.
That's why I'm telling you to write it down, practice it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Chavi.
Chavi, can you please share your email ID in the chat?
Yes, I've just shared.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, to Ramya only I've shared. Yeah, sorry. To everyone I've. Okay. Wait.
Are you able to see my screen, Chavi?
No, Rasna.
No.
No.
Let me go again.
Just click on the share screen, select select your Excel sheet or whatever you want to share, and then click on share. So everyone got my email ID? It's chavi3005@gmail.com. Okay.
Now you can see, Chavi?
No, we are not able to see. Just select that and then click on share. Now, at least Tripti, you got the idea that how you have to write the test cases. It's just that you have to follow the steps.
Okay. Yes.
Follow the steps, how you are doing it when you are logging into the system, all those things you might have done on Amazon. So that thing you have to write it in your test steps. Okay, stepwise you have to write it down, and there should be some certain languages like enter this, enter that. It's not like it should not be in a detailed way. It should be in a very short description, even in test steps, it should be very short and to the point. Okay, it should not be like a sentence that you can enter your name in this field. No, enter first name, enter last name, enter email ID. Not like email ID should be like this. Email ID can be can have only special characters. No, enter valid email ID. That's it.
Okay.
Everything should be very straightforward and in a very clear way. Okay?
Okay.
Should not be like.
Savi, ma'am, one small question.
Sorry.
Yes. Yes, Pallavi, Priya. Okay.
Yeah,
Priya?
go Priya.
Yeah,
Sorry, I interrupted you.
I just want to get one like last time you showed us a template of writing a test case. I did not find it again when I want to write some test cases. Can you share us in a Gmail? Like this is the biggest important thing in our thing, right? Yeah.
So, can you come again, Priya? I didn't get you. What thing
last time you showed us like this is the template we need to follow when you write a test case. You gave me, yeah, when last I did not find it again.
Again, same thing, Priya. Like there is no specific template. Okay, it all depends on your project to project and keep on changing. So whatever Pallavi has shared, it's a good template. I like that template.
I have used the same one which you showed
Same
us.
Okay.
Yes,
Great.
it is the
Pallavi,
same.
Can you share it
Yes,
in the
yes.
group?
Yes, I can.
Can you
do
share
that.
us in a Gmail? Like so that we can edit that file if we wanted. Like
okay, whoever is wanted that, can you share your Gmail ID with Pallavi here or here in the chat so that Pallavi can share with everyone. Share with me also.
It was the same one actually I have used.
yeah, it was so helpful. Like your test cases are looking much better. Thank you.
Yeah, actually the same template I have used now. That is why.
Good, Pallavi. You have used the same template.
Yeah,
so,
I can share this whole thing actually. I mean the link.
Yeah, update your update according to the discussion we have done. Then you send it to everyone, even in the WhatsApp also you can share. Okay. So I think Rasna is facing some issue. So okay, Rasna, update your test cases. Your test cases are good, but the only thing I wanted to tell you is your test cases is not having URL. Again, URL was missing in your right? I have seen your test cases. So URL was not there and test steps are properly done. So I wanted to show your test cases because your test cases were very crisp and clear. Like verify the login functionality of login page. That is very good. You have written the test description very properly. Enter valid username and password like that you have written. And test steps are also proper. But I was not sure which which site you are testing. Okay, that was missing. Test data was also proper. So whatever you have written was very clear. I just wanted to show it to everyone. But as I said, URL was not mentioned. So try to figure out that how you can share screen, because in future also I would like to share. I would like you all to share your screen and then show it to everyone. Anybody else has done test case writing? Because if you do the assignments, then only it will be helpful for you to other people like Amrish has sent, but
Hi, Shavi. This is Ramya here.
Yes,
Actually, the thing is, I just I'm having a Mac laptop actually, so I didn't download the Microsoft Excel. So I did it in numbers actually, and I shared by I just changed to Excel SX format and I sent it to you in the email. But I don't know if you're able to open it. Can you please try it? And there is no share option in my screen. I don't know why. I'm really confused, because maybe I opened through web browser the Zoom link, right? I don't know, because of that I'm facing issue in sharing my screen. But I have sent you my test case actually.
I'll try to
Maybe
open.
maybe you can download the Zoom app, then you can have a share option.
Oh
through the
yeah, that's
application.
what even I
Yeah,
thought.
you must
Yeah,
be go through the web browser, right?
yeah, yeah. I opened
Yeah,
through web
that's why.
browser actually.
Yeah, that's why you are not have a sharing option.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
So Shavi, if you could able to see, just let me know. Else, I will try. Meanwhile, I will try to download and open it from my end.
Sure, Ramya, sure. And also update it according to the discussion what we had today, and then send it to me. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Who is sharing their screen? I'm seeing somebody has shared their screen. Who is this? I don't know.
I think it is Rasna.
Rasna.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rasna. You can. Your screen is shared. So can you open you want to open the test case? Your screen is shared now. You are in mute. Right now you are in mute. Okay. Okay. So anybody has any doubt in whatever test
Not
case?
able to do properly, Chavi. Some problem is there. I don't know.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. Just figure it out.
I
and,
have, sorry.
yeah.
I have to say something.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, by any chance, can you do something so that we all can share our test cases at one place so that we can see the other people's test cases also? Like we have this Google spreadsheet, right? We can share it with everyone. So we create a group or something in that one so that everybody can see everybody's spreadsheet. This thing at least.
I will find out that whether we can copy that there.
I have shared this Google spreadsheet with you, right? So I have joined only you. I have shared it with you only. So if the other people can also be in that group now, so we can do that.
Yeah. So can we copy our work here in the sheet?
Yes,
Is that possible?
from the Excel, no? Excel worksheet to over here.
Yeah.
Yes, we can do that.
So what we can do, we can write our name here, and then
okay.
Then we can say that this is a wait.
Okay, so the same sheet you want me to get. Okay, let me do it.
Wait. Okay, let me do it later because this is, I think, okay. Wait. So what we can do? Not silent. Okay, you have done it, right?
Yeah, I was trying to do it. Just give me a second.
Good. So you have done it. So like that, Pallavi has shared their work here. Then you can write your name and share your work here. Right? So, suppose you can write, Priya, and write your work here. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
So that everybody can share their work and can everybody see their others' work also. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So can we move ahead with our new topic, which is, okay, this is done. Yeah. So V model, we are done with the V model. Then next is software testing life cycle. So we were learned about the software development life cycle, but now it is software testing life cycle. So Anybody know what is software testing life cycle, or would want to explain about that?
Yeah, I just want to add few points which I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
As we all know, like requirement analysis, planning, development, test case development is nothing but which we wrote a test cases which we wrote just now. And test
Correct.
environment setup is like if it is a web page like this, we it's easy for us to just enter the data and all. But there are test environment setups like if you have a Linux environment and and you have a if you want to do a testing and that environment will you can't test it because something is running there. It's a live. In that scenarios we have a test case environment. In our testing setup we have to create another test case another setup which is just like a live which is just like a live. So we are just making a dummy thing which is just like a live system, and we are testing that we are testing our test cases in that environment. I have experience in this. Like we have a Linux servers running, and we used to make a dummy Linux servers to run our test cases. So if we have around some directories which are there in that environment, we will create the directories. We make a dump of the files. We keep a dump of files here. We create number of users, that many users, and so after creating those users, we used to test.
Correct. Then we do the test execution. Correct.
Then we do a test execution, just like making another phone, just like that test phone. So we can upload our apps, we can install our apps, and just we can open the apps and see whether it's working in that phone or not, just like that.
Correct. So so these are all the steps, and then we are preparing the reports. Whatever testing we have done, execution we have done, we will prepare the reports for that. Correct.
Only this environment setups comes only where we can't do on the live servers.
Yes. Obviously, testing cannot be done in the live server. They are first done in the QA environment. As I've told you, there are development environment, there is QA environment, then there is UAT environment, then there is a production environment. Correct? So that environment you have to create for doing the testing. Okay. So never, if there could be a question that development do their development in the feature environment or the development environment. So when you do the testing, should we take that feature environment for our testing? Should we take the development environment for our testing? What should be your answer is?
Sorry, can you ask again?
Okay, so developers do the development in the feature environment or the their development environment, right? So their environment is different. Are you getting my point? When they do their development, everybody, when they do their development, they have their own environment of developing. They create that environment, right? They download all the softwares. They do their what connections of back end, front end, right? Like whenever they do enter the data, they have to create an environment of all those. They have to link everything, and then they start their coding and do their testing, unit testing. Okay, so when we get the script or when we get the deployment, can we do our testing on development environment or feature environment? That is also called feature environment. Okay, so should we do our testing on feature environment?
No.
Never. You just ask your developers to create a testing environment or QA environment for doing our QA testing, because feature environment, there are few settings that is That is done by the developers, and maybe that script will run on the feature environment. But when you do it in the QA environment, then that script is not running and you will get some error. So who will blame? Who will blame when this script is not running in the production environment? Who will
End
be blamed?
user, client.
Testers. Sorry, can you come again? Yeah.
Sorry, Kat. Sorry, I'm wrong. Okay.
Yeah. So if like if somebody said in the production, once your software is in the production environment and it's not running up and running, so who will be blamed? The tester will be blamed. Why? Because the tester has not asked developers to create a QA environment for testing. Okay, so this is done by the developer most of the time. Test environment setup is done by not by the developer. Then there are some dedicated resources who create the environment setup. Okay, correct me if I'm not wrong, Priya. Maybe tester can also do it. I'm not sure, but how many projects I have done? There are different dedicated person to create the environment. Okay, I have never created a testing environment, so I'm not sure.
Ravi, as a tester as well as a deployment supporter, I have created some environments.
Okay,
And
maybe
in the Linux servers, as it
in the
is,
Linux
as I worked in a smaller teams, might be I got a chance.
Okay, good. So you have experience, but I have no experience on setting up the test environment. But once it has happened that with my friend, it was happened that they have not asked for the testing environment setup, and they do their testing in the feature environment, and there it was all passing. And once they do it in the UAT environment, everything was failing. Then there was an escalation that why you have not asked for the testing environment, why you have done your testing in the feature environment. So the thing is, you should never ever done your testing in production environment. Okay, in development environment. Always ask for the testing environment to create, and then only execute your test cases. Okay, so yes.
Javi, I have a question. How is this QA testing environment is different from the production? Because I used to do testing in the production actually. That is why I'm asking this question.
Because in production, there are few settings like, see, when you are doing your coding in the development environment, everything was set up, right? Everything is in local, right?
No, okay. Got it. The thing is, the production environment is like a server, like they upload everything on the server.
No, not in production
right? We used to get the link, like I worked in this collaborative project. So
wait, Pallavi, wait, production environment is different, development environment is different. Production is same as testing environment. So this is fine. I'm talking
I mean,
about
anybody can see that production environment now. Everybody can
production
see
is
that.
the final thing. Thing.
Yes.
Production is the final thing. I'm talking about the development when you are developing. So see the difference. Production is obviously you will test in production environment only, right?
So that is why I'm asking, like, how is it different from the QA testing environment and the production
both are
environment?
Same. Both are same. Production is same as QA only. That's what I'm saying. But development is not same. Okay, development of feature environment is not same. Development, they do their development on locals. Okay. So that is different. See, the difference between production and QA, they are all same. Production, UAT, QA, those environment are similar. But if it is development environment, it is different from our QA environment. Okay, because in development, they have their their own setup of all the tools and whatever tools they are using, they're all set up. there.
Yeah.
But once they are out of the development environment, things get changed. Okay.
Yes.
Clear, everyone? Everyone, Timpesh, Amrish, who is Mathangi, you are silent. Are you getting what we are talking about?
Yes, Chavi, I'm here.
Okay, good, good.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm sick. That's why I'm very calm today.
okay, take care.
Yeah,
Ramya,
thank
you
you.
understood? Rasna, Tripti,
Yes, yes.
yes? Uma? Okay. So I just wanted to say names so that they get up and listen to whatever we are discussing. Okay. So now about the SDLC. SDLC, I just wanted to say that this is the subset of SDLC. Okay. So when in SDLC, in software development life cycle, when testing comes, okay. So there is a phase of testing. So when testing comes, then this whole testing will be done. Okay. So SDLC is the part of SDLC. Just a minute, guys. Okay. I'll be back. Okay, so in SDLC, when testing comes, so that time we do the software testing life cycle. Okay, so software testing life cycle takes parts when the testing part will come. In that also we do the requirement analysis. We write our test cases. Okay, test case planning. Okay, test case planning is there. Then test case development. That means writing of all the test cases. Then set up the environment, then execute those test cases, and then we create our test case report and submit it to the client. Okay. Any doubt in this? Yeah, so the the objective of this software testing life cycle is to meet the goals, whatever quality of the product. We should give the quality product to the client. Okay. And all those activities should be carried on in this test activity. Okay, clear, everyone? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, okay. Now comes the manual testing and automation testing. So can someone read it for me? What is manual testing, this part?
Testing of software is done manually without the use of automated tool or applications available in the market. Automation
manual testing. Yeah. So when we are not using, as we are doing writing our test cases manually, just in today's class we have written manual test cases. So that is manual testing. Yes. Now automation.
Automation testing is an automatic technique where the tester writes scripts by own and uses suitable software to test the software.
Yes, so automation is with the help of some tools we are writing our script, okay, and then do the testing. Okay, so that is automation testing. Here in our course we are using Selenium tool for writing our scripts. Okay, so that is an automation tool. Okay, clear? Everyone, any doubt in this?
Ma'am, manual testing, we need to use any tools like the Priya was talking about, the Linux or anything? Any?
No, see, those were like writing script or writing our test cases, we don't need any tool.
Okay.
But supportive tool is always there, like for defect tracking, you know, for test case tracking, for requirement requirement analysis, or you know, some those tools were different. But writing our script or writing our test steps, we don't need any tool manually. Manually, we have not used any tool. We are writing in an Excel sheet.
Excel sheet.
Okay, so those are applications which we are using, and we are writing our test case. We are not using any tool when we are doing manual test cases. We are opening the URL manually, like google.com. We are writing it by hand, like typing, right?
Okay.
Yeah. When we use automation tool, we are not writing anything. We are not typing our URL. We are not clicking anywhere. Everything should be done automatically.
Okay.
Okay. So that is that is when we write our script in a tool, then only it is possible. Okay. So we have to write everything what we want to do, and then we run that script to and test that whether it is working fine or not. Okay, so that is the difference between manual and automation. So manual, we are doing it with our manually going there and doing, and automation will do it automatically. Okay.
So shall I add one more point? Like,
yes, sure. More points are always welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
During manual testing or automation testing, we need a certain environment where we after writing test cases also, we used a link or like Amazon login page or my hotel page where we had some environment where we do some steps where we entered username, password to test my scenario, right? Like it depends upon everywhere we need some environment to do our test cases, whether it's a Linux or Unix or Windows or anything, right? We need to do some environment at the end of the day. Only thing in manual test cases, we don't need any scripts. And during automation test cases, we are writing some scripts.
Correct. No, but rest everything should be same. Rest everything like environment and a environment setup, everything should be same. So whatever whatever steps we have discussed in STLC, those steps will be covered in automation also. The only thing is here is test case development. Okay, in test case development we are doing manually, and test case execution also we are doing manually. These two steps changes when we do the automation. So in the development we use automation to develop our test cases. In execution also we use the tools to automation to execute our test cases. Okay, rest everything, requirement gathering, test planning, test setup, test reports, those things are like common for manual as well as automation. Okay.
Hi, Shabir, I have a question.
Yes, Ramya.
So say, for example, if the company is newly started and they have some project and they want to start with it. So usually first thing they have to do manual process, right? They cannot immediately jump to automation.
No. This is also the thing is like when you have a stable project, okay, then only you can do the automation. If you don't have stable project, then you cannot do automation, because if the things are going to be changed every time, sorry, so you cannot automate it. So for the automation, you should have a stable project, and always there is a manual testing for sure in your project. For some or the other part, you have to do some manual testing. Okay, everything in your project cannot be automated. Okay, so so that's why always a manual experience should be there. You know how to do testing manually also, then only you can jump to the automation part. Okay, so very good point, Ramya. Only when you have a stable project and requirements are freeze. Why it is so? Can someone tell why we need a stable project to start our automation?
Because the requirements might be changing, or we need a proper understanding of the project.
Mm-hmm. So why we need a proper understanding, and a requirement should not be changed frequently when we do the automation. Why?
Once the automation is done, we can't change the code
Correct.
continuously.
Correct. Because we cannot rewrite all our scripts again and again, right? So we can do that. See, when we are doing automation, it is same as we are doing the development, because we are also writing our coding part for um, writing our scripts, but that is not as difficult as when we do the coding. But once the test cases has been like scripted or written, uh, you cannot keep on changing your test cases when you have developed it. Okay, so that's why you want a stable requirement when you start your automation.
I have
Clear?
a question.
Yes, Pallavi.
Like in agile model, those who work on the agile model process, yeah, so their requirement changes frequently, right?
Right.
So but like my husband, where he works, right, he is using this agile model, but they have this automation test, they have this automation testing over there.
Yeah. So that.
So how can they use that? Because in agile model, they every time change the requirements, right?
Yes. So see, agile model is not only about the requirement changing. It is like that this part of your project, you do it in this sprint. Okay, this like suppose they have 2 week sprints, right? So this part of the project you do it in this time, and the next part of the project you do it in that time. It's not like it keep on changing, it's like keep on coming. Everything you cannot start and complete it in one day, right? Or 1 week. You need time to develop it. So it's in agile, things are not changing frequently, but things are coming in a small portion. Like 2 weeks work will um, come then in next 2 weeks the other work will come. It's not like your previous work is changing. Your previous work is there, but they have a next set of work which you will do it in your next sprint, right?
Next sprint.
So that is there. It's not like it is changing, but there are new things are coming. So that is why you are here. No, if everything is done, then people are not required, right? So it is coming, and you have to implement those changes in your current sprint. Not changes. Maybe there are new requirement which is coming, so you have to update it.
Okay.
Clear my point?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone has any other question?
Yeah, I have a question, Javi. So I know we are not yet come with the UAT testing part, but as it is, we are in the discussing with the test cases, right, automation and all. So
Yeah.
I was wondering, say for example, we write UAT test scenario test cases and all in automation also using automated scripts. So using Cucumber BD, I have heard some of them. So how because end users will test those. So end users will not be having that automation knowledge. So if they write automation scripts, will they be able to run, or do we have to run that one?
Whom you are talking about, like developers or testers?
Testers.
Tester. So tester, see, So you are saying that new people will come, so whether they are able to test or not, I'm not sure what
No,
is.
no, no. In UAT testing, right? End users
Yeah.
usually end users will be testing. They will have their own test cases and everything, right?
Okay.
All those steps
Yeah.
and all. So
Uh-huh.
some companies will do automation for UAT testing also. So that automated script, usually client, they are not aware of technical part. Business will not be aware of executing the test cases, right? So who will be using that automation scripts actually, or automation test cases?
It's not like they're not aware of the technical part. They are very well aware of the technical. They know about their project, how it is going, and when your test cases creation is completed, you just have to click one button and then automation will execute automatically. You don't have to be knowledgeable that how this is running or how this is not running. They have their own people over there, okay, to execute those scripts. So once the development of your automation script is done, the execution is not an issue. Okay. So when they do the UI part, when they do the even all the parts, you are talking about the UAT test cases, right? When user
Yeah.
is their UAT
Yes.
test cases.
Yes.
So that also they create, they take few of the test cases from the system testing only, and they create their UAT test cases, or they ask the testers only to create a UAT test cases and give it to us, and they just execute it, and they have a good knowledge of about the domain, that whether whatever you are executing is running properly or not. So they also have a good knowledge of everything. So
So
it's
they
not
will have
like
Java knowledge, and they can handle any errors or anything if occurs at that time, because they'll be using automation script. Say for example, any error occurs at that time during evaluation.
then they will come to us, know that why this error is coming. This is
Okay.
UAT. This is UAT, and again this error is coming. So this is like in UAT, if error are coming, then it will be a loss for the testers, right?
Yeah.
So it's a big escalation when in UAT some error are coming. It come, but those are like should be a very small error, and they'll come to us. If they get some error, they'll come to us and ask that. I have done UAT testing also in my Barclays project. So they have called us for some, why this error is coming. So they have done some, but that was a manual testing. So they are doing some wrong flow. So that's why that error is coming. But again, they will ask us for, why this error is coming, because in UAT also we are entitled to give the answer if some error has come.
Okay.
So yeah, they'll come to us only.
Okay. Thank you, Shri.
Welcome. Any other doubt anyone has? So yes, can someone read these manual testing and automation testing points?
Sure. It's automation testing beats manual testing. Manual testing, extremely time consuming, high risk of error, requires a tester all the time, manual creation of logs and repositories, limited scope.
Okay, so manual testing, we have all these limitations, like it is time consuming, right? Whenever we do some manual testing, test cases, execution, then it is a time consuming. It's a high risk of error. Why? Because like human can do mistakes. Human can do error. So when you are manually testing it, it happened that one time you have calculated correctly, but in the next time you have not calculated correctly, and there could be a possibility of error. So that is there. So required a tester all the time. Yeah. So all the time, whenever you are executing your test cases recursively, or no again and again you wanted to execute your test cases, a manual tester is required. Manual creation of logs, yeah. So again, the reports and all are automatically created when you are doing the automation. But here in manual test cases, so manually you have to create your logs and your repositories, and there is a limited scope. Yes. Next, automation.
Automation testing, fast and frequent execution, more accuracy, lesser investment in human resources, time and cost effective, early time to market, supports retesting.
Okay, it is fast and frequent execution, but when you are creating your automation script, that time it take time. Okay, that time it take time to write your test scripts. Then it is a fast execution. Once you are done with your script, then it is a fast execution. So if they say automation testing is fast, no, it's not like always fast, but once it is created, once your script is being created, then it is a fast testing. Okay, more accuracy, yeah, because you have, once you have done with proper testing scripts you have written, then again and again you don't have to check manually that whether your script is correct or not. It is will be more accurate. Okay, lesser investment in human resource. Again, once it is done, the development of the test cases has been done. Once your script is written, then there are less investment in human resource. But while creating the test scripts, it required human resource. Okay. So again, time and cost effective and early time to market. Once your test scripts ready, it will, you can execute again and again your scripts, and then there's a time to early time to market and support retesting. So yes, that's why we do write the test scripts, so that it will support our retesting and again regression testing. So whenever we get a new build, we just have to click on a button and all the test cases will be executed automatically. So that is the main aim of automation test. Yes. Next is yeah. Can someone explain what is black box testing, white box testing, and gray box testing? Anyone have any idea?
So
I
black box testing is manual, fully completely manual testing. No scripts. We user testers will not be aware of the scripts, or the developer, whatever he has written, they won't be having the access for that.
Correct.
And white box testing is where developers do unit testing, integration testing, like that. And gray box testing is where some testers will have an opportunity to go through, view the code while doing manual also. Maybe, and if I'm wrong, please correct me on that gray box testing.
Correct. But gray box testing is the combination of black box and white box. Okay. So black box testing is what also called as functional test. You do only functional part. Okay, in black box testing. While in white box testing, it's also called as glass box testing, in which everything is visible. As you have seen, code is visible, and according to your code, you will do the testing. So this is like a unit testing, which is done by the developers. Okay. Yeah.
So whiteboard.
Sorry. Can you read it for me? Dimpesh, can you read it? Black box testing, this description. Yes, so you were saying something, Dimpesh?
Yeah, the white box testing is come under the unit testing, right?
White box, yes. White box testing come under unit testing. Or you can say unit testing come under white box testing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So can someone read about the description of black box?
A software testing method in which functionality of the software are tested without having the knowledge of internal code structure, implementation details, and internal paths. Black box testing mainly focus on input and output of the software application. It is entirely based on the software requirements and specification. It's also known as behavioral testing. Simply says we did not know much about internal code structure or implementation details. Just giving
Correct.
some input and output. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Anyone has any other point? Or it's all clear? So mostly we do the black box testing only. We means we testers. Okay, functional tester only do black box testing. Okay.
Because we don't know what the developers written the code and
Correct.
how they written the code. We just give some input and we take the output and just fill the test cases according to it.
Correct. Okay. Yes. So can someone read for black box testing, white box testing?
Yeah, white box testing is a software testing technique in which internal structure, design, and coding of software are tested to verify flow of input, output, and to prove design usability and security. In white box testing, code is visible to the tester, so it is also called as the clear box testing, open box testing, transparent box testing, code-based testing, and the glass box testing.
Correct. So here everything is visible and this code is also visible. So accordingly we do the testing. So that's why it is called white box testing.
Is it something related to automation testing?
No. In automation testing, we are not bothered about the code. Okay. According to the functional requirement, we do our testing. Okay.
Okay.
I have a question. You said like unit testing is done inside this white box testing, right?
Correct.
And what other kind of testing will be done in the white box testing?
White box testing is basically done by the developers only. There is code coverage testing, right? So that is done in the white box testing, where you see that whether all the code coverage is been done or not. Okay. Statement coverage testing, where all the statements of your code is covered in the testing or not. So for that you need a tool. Okay, code coverage, statement coverage testing. So those testing are come under white box testing, where you see that.
Okay, this performance testing and stress testing, does it also come into this?
No. See, this is related to the coding part of development coding part. Okay, this coding part is related to the development when you are developing an environment. Sorry. Developing
a software.
Software. Okay. So that is that code. But when you are doing some, performance, those testing are different. Like those are like when you are doing your functional testing and as well as your non-functional testing. Okay. So that is different. This is not related to this project code. Okay. When this project code is not touched when you are doing your performance testing. No. Okay.
Okay. I asked this question because this the developer is writes the code, right? Developer writes the code, and if they write the code in a bad manner, or if they use instead of integer, if they use double, it will take a long space in the memory, right? So it will also affect the performance, right? And sometimes the stress testing, as you told us, if there are many users are there, like in Facebook there are millions of users are there, and they are thousands of users are hitting the URL at the same time. At that time we do this stress testing, right? Hello, Ravi?
Yeah. not sure about the question.
Yeah, the performance testing is not based on the coding, because that's what I want to know. Like sometimes if the developer is not using proper like what to say, proper variable. Yeah, I'm just giving you example, like integer takes less space in the memory, but the double takes more space. Yeah, so if where they can use the integer but they use the double, so it will also affect the performance, right?
Yes.
So can it be done by the like the testers, or it can be done by the developer only? The performance testing and this kind of like performance testing and
those performance testing will be done by the developers. You are talking about the performance testing of project when we are using either we are using some data types in a proper way or not. So that performance will be done by the developers. But I was talking about the performance testing when your application, how it is behaving. Okay.
Like how does it what does it mean exactly? Because if it is taking long time to open the page, this kind of thing, or the different kind of thing?
See, both are different. It's a page, like in your page, whether you are able to click that page quickly or not, whether your page is refreshing correctly or not. This is the performance testing done by the developers, right? Because it's an internal coding. Okay. When it is performance testing about your project, whether your project is behaving like if so many people are using your project, whether they are able to use it or not. So that is a performance testing. Okay. Whether
they're easy to use.
Getting my point? Somebody is getting point, so they can explain, because I'm not able to explain.
Actually, I'll tell Chavi. Just tell me if I'm wrong. Like the code related testing we don't do. We do like if an application what will application happen if two people are there in the page, it works perfectly, or 3 people perfectly, 10 people perfectly, and if we want to check with some millions of people working in that page trying to open that page, that comes under performance testing. We multiply our testing by some tools and make a number of reads and writes for the particular page. That comes under performance testing. The code related performance we are not testing.
That's also called load testing, I guess.
Yeah,
like when we are checking.
Yes, load testing, and also it is called as stress testing.
Got it. I got it now. Like, okay, I was a little bit confused with the performance testing is related to the coding problem or not. If they use the bad code, that is why the performance is low. So that is why I asked this question.
We just raise this problem.
Performance is taken care by the developers. Okay, that performance is taken care by developers, but the application performance or the people when they are taking so that performance is taken care by the different type of testers. Okay.
So I would like to add one thing, like when you are saying that performance testing, what we have to do as testers, it's stress testing or load testing, not performance, not the coding part.
So performance testing is related to the coding part.
It is a term which you can say as a performance testing, but performance testing is just a term.
Oh, okay.
There is a separate language for that, Pallavi, actually. There is a separate, like, that coding is totally different. And for your concern, like, float and double, and with that performance, usually developer will take care, because while doing writing the code, right? So they will sit with, even it depends on the also on the back end also, right? So even in SQL, when they develop this much like constraints will be there, whether to give int or double, for a text field like that to enter like that. So they will sit and discuss with the backend team also. And then they have a separate JUnit framework they use for this unit testing. So they write all the scripts in JUnit, so that will cover majority of the defects. They want to, how they want to take with this application, how to for the UI related also, like they will handle everything in the JUnit. All the developers will handle in that.
Okay. Got it.
Yes. Yes. Ramya has explained nicely. So are you clear with that, Pallavi?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone has any other doubt? Okay, we'll go to the next point then. Gray box testing. Can someone read it for me?
Gray box testing is a software testing method, which is a combination of both white box testing and black box testing method. It is a technique to test the software product or application with partial knowledge of the internal workings of an application. The purpose of this testing is to search for defects due to improper code structure or improper functioning usage of an application.
Yes. Would anyone like to explain like this gray box testing is the combination of white box testing and black box testing, where some of the codes we refer and some functional testing we are referring. So this is in the written test it is coming sometimes. So I just wanted to cover this in our course, that the purpose is to search defects due to improper code structure and improper functionality. So both the things we cover for finding the defects. Okay, so it is basically gray box testing. Why we do it? To find the defects. By any which way we are able to find it. So that's why we do the gray box testing, so that we find more and more defects. Okay, clear? So should we do functional and non-functional testing in our next class, or you want to continue today? Because next class will not be there. So again, it will be like no, two classes. After 2 classes only so should we cover this portion, or do it in the next class only? We have few little more slides left. Okay.
Next class.
Next class. Okay, fine. Fine. So we will do the functional testing in the next class. Functional and non-functional. I will share this PPT with you. Just read it out, what all these things. So I'll give this as an assignment only, that what all documents, software testing documents and artifacts are involved in our test case, in our testing. So you have to read it out. Okay, and prepare it accordingly. So this I will not cover in the class. Okay, if you have any doubts, come up with this. So we will cover this defect management and defect bug life cycle in our next class. Okay, and also functional and non-functional.
Ma'am, can you just touch like traceability matrix? I am not aware of traceability.
Yeah, that's why read it, no, and come up with the doubts. That's what I'm telling you. To read it, traceability matrix is very important topic. Test plan is very important. Test scenario. What is the difference between test plan, test scenario, and test strategy? Okay, that is also your assignment. Okay, so this also you have to do, and yeah, read it about the functional and non-functional testing. Read and come up with your questions. Okay, clear, everyone? Okay, I'll just stop sharing, stop recording.